We have this new advanced copy of the blog, and I'm telling you, there is tons of information here. How important will the Amazing Avengers be? Core orbs, are they a thing of the past, or are they something that's going to be returning? I do have some information there, as well as some concerns. And finally, are we seeing a new team being developed? Perhaps the the Savage X-Men? And there's information here that shows that you will be able to take part and decide who is going to be on that team. Let's get into it as we get into our advanced copy of the blog. We have a nice picture there of Rachel Cole. All right, so we got Rachel Cole there. Why? Why is she there? What's going to be going on? Towers and Terrors. Greetings, Commander. Here's your battle plan for July 3rd through the 10th. July 3rd, it's coming up right around the corner. Rachel Cole, she becomes available, right? So she's going to be able to be unlocked for cash money on July 3rd. And that is also the introduction of the Mighty Tower Blade. July 6th, we have a new battle pass, the Age of Fear Glowing Fractures Week 2, and Arena Gear Rumble. Very interesting. We'll have to see what that entails. July 7th, Dystopia. So Battle World will be coming back in just a couple days. It feels like it just left, but this is a good pace. We're on our way to unlocking that Maestro character. Diamond Studded Wings Leaderboard event. So hot on the heels of the cheater scandal, we have another leaderboard event. People seem to be feeling better about the game. How about you? How are you feeling about Marvel Strike Force? I'm having fun right now. Hopefully you're doing the same thing. Earn character shards. What are we getting? Well, Jeff the Landshark. We'll continue to get those in the Alliance War Season rewards. Blade Mighty, right? The Mighty Tower Blade is starting this Friday. So that's how we're going to be going after that character. And then once again, we'll be getting Maestro shards in Battle World Dystopia. Mighty Tower Blade. The doors to Mighty Tower Blade are opening soon. This is your first chance to earn Blade the Mighty character shards and power up this keystone piece of the Amazing Avengers raid team. Blade Mighty and his Amazing Avengers will be crucial for the upcoming Trepidation raid arriving in August. So they're letting us know next month we should be getting this new raid, the Trepidation raid. So climb high and earn as many shards as possible. Here's a quick rundown of the tower details. So we have a link there that will take us to the earlier blog. But here's some of the points that we'll have. Sunwalker's Fury milestone. So earn Blade Mighty character shards, red stars, and diamonds in this milestone event. Obviously, just as before, we're assuming the higher you're able to push in the tower, the more points you get, the higher you get on that milestone leaderboard or that milestone. And that's how you get access to the red stars and diamonds. We have 3 difficulties: the normal, hard, and omega. 24 floors total, right? 6 floors unlocking each week. So this tower will be different than the last, that it will span a month. Every Friday, we'll be getting 6 more floors. And remember, if you have to drop down, you're dropping all the way down to 1. So carefully choose your teams, look around, ask around, and see if we can come up with the best way to do it with our roster, which is going to be different. We have different rosters, different roster strengths. So being in communication with others is going to help. Required trait is that Tower Challenger 1. You can filter our roster for the eligible characters. I don't know if that's available yet, but there is images of those characters. So as we recall, again, Tower Challengers 1, these are the characters that are available for that, right? There's a big mix and match. There's some full teams, there's some partial teams, there's some solo characters, and we're all going to have them again at different levels because we're playing the game from different perspectives. Very important to talk and figure out what the best characters to use are going to be. Remember, the characters do go on cooldown after that victory. The cooldown resets at floors 6, 12, and 18. So again, even if you have to drop down, you get your characters back as we go through, right? If you have to drop down, climb back up to 6, 12, 18. We'll get our characters back. That's when the refresh happens. And every Friday, those numbers will be when the new floors are introduced. So again, Mighty Tower Blade begins on July 3rd. So we're thinking about those Challenger 1 squads. Fear Tower, right? What's going to happen with the Fear Tower in Quicksilver symbiote opportunity? Time is running out to reach the top of the Fear Tower. Make your final push and earn as many Quicksilver symbiote shards as you can, because Fear Tower will not run again during July. So little bit of FOMO there. Just think about what we're able to do, make our final push, wherever we're at so far. So at the time of this recording, time is, again, winding down. There's 1 day and a little bit left. So far, I was able to get a 3-star version of the character. Need 30 more shards. I don't have the power to go up from there. Hey, it's fine, right? I'm playing free to play. This is fine for me. But if you want more, it's time to get after it. You only have a limited time to do so. Now, if you can't wait to earn more of the shards, or if you need more power, then there's diamonds available, right? So they're allowing people to buy this. If you want more power from diamonds, head to the website for offers that contain up to 3 diamonds for Quicksilver Symbiote, and then more character shards for him as well. So they are allowing it to be for sale. I'm free to play, so we'll just wait for it to come back. It's going to be a gap. They're letting us know that. But so if you want to spend money, that's available. If you just want to be patient like me and wait, that's available as well. The Fear Tower ends on July 3rd, and then we'll be climbing. It says continue to climb the website to take advantage of Quicksilver Symbiote offers. So it's going to end, and then the Blade event will begin. Now, Rachel Cole Alves, Precision Firepower. Rachel Cole Alves becomes available soon. And don't forget that along with a chain offer, you can rack up her character shards from her new character orb that you can purchase using power cores. All right. First available July 3rd. So again, she comes out on the 3rd. She's the first member to come in the game for the new. Well, not really, right? So her and Blade, that's the interesting thing, will both basically be available on the 3rd. She'll be available for money. We'll be earning Blade in the tower. We have Hulk and Spider-Man as well. Why do you want her? Mow down enemy waves, gain speed bar on crit, and prolong bleeds to feed Amazing Avenger attacks. Damage dealer. Light up multiple targets with each attack for major damage and set up your allies for success by applying defense down with a special and ultimate. Crit commander. Rachel and her Amazing Avenger allies gain crit chance per bleed up to 50%. Momentum munition on crit. Fill Rachel's speed bar and Amazing Avenger allies and raids by 10% and prolong the duration of bleeds on all enemies. Now, this is something that is very important. We need to talk about this a little bit. It says essential for the next Breaker event. We're coming into chapter 2. We're going to be getting a new Breaker, a new legendary character. It says don't wait to unlock Rachel Cole Alves. You'll need her and the rest of the Amazing Avenger team for the next Breaker event. We'll have more info on the next Breaker character and the Breaker event in an upcoming blog, so be on the lookout. Now, the thing that I want to think about, well, let's talk about this. Game modes, raids, obviously in the Trepidation raids, War can tackle other powerful raid teams. We're going to have to experiment with the team, see exactly what that means. We'll just finish with the overall information here, and then we'll come back. Unlock path. So you can buy her, and then we'll unlock a 6-step chain offer. Again, I'm a free-to-play player, so these are not things I typically do. Red stars are included along the way. So you buy her, you get your red stars. More deals with more offers. Red stars available on the same day as their orb. So Rachel Cole Alves will be featured in red star orbs at increased drop rate. All right, so she'll be a normal red star unlock for those of us who have that available. So let's just take a brief detour and talk about this, because there's something very important that many of us may not recognize is happening. All right, so we're talking about Rachel Cole here, that she will have a power core orb that we could use to unlock her, right? That's 675, we're assuming. Power cores to unlock the character. This is a good thing in general, right? This is a very good thing in general. Being able to use our power cores to unlock characters gives us a nice free-to-play option to do that. However, it is possible, it is very possible that this is not as free-to-play friendly as we might think, okay? We just have to be mindful that in the past, when we had those core orbits, this is talking about a couple years ago, so during the release of Orcus, during the release of the Annihilators, there was a shift in the way the game was played. They changed the rewards inside of Arena to allow people to get more power cores. that shift and that change in the currency made it free to play. The intent, right? A lot of times this was missed. There was a lot of news outlets, a lot of creators that missed this very important point. That shift and that announcement were related. That was the intent for engaged players to be able to use power cores to shorten their unlock time. However, in the age of fear, I don't think that that is still the case. I think this is somewhat of a hybrid between your free to play and your paid players. This is somewhat of kind of an in between premium option. The economy right now, think about it. The economy right now, just because we unlock, right? Just because I unlock her early doesn't mean I have the resources to build the character, right? Doesn't mean I have the resources to build the character. And as well, we don't get power cores at the same rate. So if we just saw recently our economy video, by using the power cores to unlock the symbiotes that I did on the main account, I was working at a deficit for power core. So we will be draining our power core resources. And I don't expect that they're going to put more in the game, right? This is not meant to be that same thing, I suspect. This is not meant to be a primarily free to play option. It's somewhere in between a free to play and spender option, kind of a hybrid premium option for us. As mentioned, Blade Mighty, that tower, is coming out the same day. So as free to play players, do we have resources to build two characters at the same time? Especially if we just built, we're just working on the symbiotes, right? Individuals who are perhaps buying passes, they might have that, but it's just a thing of concern. Just because we're allowed to do it, we want to be careful. There's no guarantee that this is a sustainable thing, something to keep our eye on. Yes, be excited about it. It is another path to acquire characters, but unlocking them early without the resources is detrimental. So if we don't understand how the economy works, we want to be very, very careful with that. Dystopia returns, earn Maestro shards. The road back to Dystopia opens soon, and Maestro is waiting at the end with brute force and a twisted vision of the future. Assemble your top Battle World squads and prepare to battle through the wasteland for Maestro character shards. Keep earning perks throughout the event to strengthen your progress and prove your rewards when you face off against Maestro in the boss battle. The more power you bring into the fight, the better your shot at taking down this gamma-fueled tyrant and walking away with bigger rewards. Difficulty note: our team will be improving the mission difficulty experience in an upcoming Dystopia run, so stay tuned for an update. Sharpen your roster and get ready to challenge the ruler of Dystopia on July 7th. Okay, so how far are you in unlocking the Maestro? We got 70 shards for ours, so we're making progress. It's coming right along. There is a little bit of concern when I hear about the adjustment to the battle world. We want it to be more challenging. There's people that definitely want it to be more challenging. So are they going to add another difficulty? Or are they going to add perhaps some more bonus nodes that would increase the challenge? I would like that. If they're going to increase the difficulty of the standard nodes, I think that would be a mistake. That's something that people need. If people just want to go through and just do the basics, you need that path for them. But I also understand you need a path for people who want more challenge. So my suggestion and encouragement is don't put it in the normal pathway. Maybe turn up the difficulty if people have alliances that are able to do that, but don't put roadblocks in the normal path of travel. Allow people who just want to skate through and do the basics to do that, and allow people who want more of a challenge to be able to reach, again, maybe more bonus nodes or something like that, and grab onto those challenge for more rewards. We want to give a huge shout out to BC Rec 420. He is now joined and is a member of the channel. So thank you so much, BC Rec 420. We have one member of the channel. You too can join if you want. We just got some cool little emojis and some things like that. If you have any suggestions about some other things that we could add as far as membership's concerned, I'm open to suggestions. Very new experience for me. So we'd like to do what we can to help the community. Once again, BC Rec 420, thank you for joining and being a member of the channel. Age of Fear Saga Growing Factures, week number 2. The next chapter in the Age of Fear Saga arrives soon, bringing new story missions and a fresh chance to stock up on gold. Each saga node rewards up to 1 million gold, so make sure you dive in and cash in. This week's story: Storm arrives on Nexus Earth and faces a rise in anti-mutant sentiment, a terrifying rise. in anti-mutant sentiment. Can Storm find the hammer and keep the peace between humanity and mutant kind? Growing Fractures Week 2 begins on July 6th. So be ready to jump into the next mission as soon as they go live. So we've already seen some information. If you've seen the story so far, it's going down. I wonder how this is going to happen. The suspicion obviously is that there will be a Scorpion version of the Breaker that ties in very, very nicely with the Spider-Man Brand New Day. But so is that the correct identification, or will we see a different character? We'll have to find out. Diamond-studded wings, 5 diamonds for Angel. The next leaderboard event is flying your way, giving everyone a chance to climb the ranks and earn up to 5 diamonds for Angel. Bring the heat, push for every point, and fight your way towards rewards to help power this exalted X-Men support. This event will include several leaderboards, which will provide more opportunities to fight for the ultimate reward. So keep an eye out for the start of this event and leave your mark to earn Angel's biggest prize. This is going to be interesting, right? So how are people feeling once again after the cheating scandal? Are people ready once again to partake in leaderboards? It said there'll be multiple, right? So what does that mean? Several. What does that mean? What will we be able to acquire on the free-to-play perspective? We'll have to see how that thing is structured. Arena Gear Rumble. BioGear for your Symbiote 6. Arena is about to get even more vicious. Climb the ranks of Arena to earn BioGear for your Symbiote 6. How does it work? Climb the Arena ranks to earn BioGear from a special limited time orb based on your commander level. The higher your Arena rank, the better the BioGear rewards. Rewards are based on your rank, so unleash your Symbiote 6 and other Arena specialists to maximize your rewards. That's going to start on July 6th and go for 3 weeks, and there'll be some type of Gear Rumble orb fragments. Sink your roster's tendril into Arena and bond with the rewards. Now that is a very interesting concept. Very interesting concept. So right now, a lot of the game modes, people say a lot of the game modes don't matter, like Arena, Crucible, War. Individually, they don't matter. But if they do things like this from time to time, would you be excited for that? Like I would. From time to time, as long as it's not an everyday grindy thing. So we know that for this period of time, we want to try to do our best in a certain game mode and get rewarded for it. In this case, it's BioGear, and we're going to need that BioGear, right? We're going to need that BioGear. We need it to build up our symbiotes, and we got to keep in mind that regarding the Amazing Avengers, we have 3 members of that team that are bio characters. Some of us were not around for the Best Buddies event for our Spider-Man, so we want more bio gear. We need it for those symbiotes. We need it for Hulk. We need it for Spider-Man. We need it for Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter. Lots of bio gear with the next 2 teams. So having the opportunity to get more of it, we definitely want to take advantage of that. So again, are you looking forward to this event? And would you like to see it perhaps in other game modes from time to time as well? Now, here is the interesting thing. New fan vote, Savage Lands. Calling all commanders. We need your help in creating an upcoming Marvel Strike Force team. The community is deciding which current characters will get a big update and join an upcoming squad with our next fan vote. Pick which character you think should join the Savage Lands team. Interesting group of characters on this list. We have Iceman, Bishop, Rogue, X-23, and Emma Frost, X-Men. And it says we're going to take 2, right? The top 2 characters will join the Savage Lands team when they're released later this year. A vote begins on July 6th, lasts for a week, so it'll end on the 13th. The vote results will be secret. You can vote once per day. You get a thank you gift in the form of some campaign energy and 50 power cores. So we're talking about power cores. Here's an opportunity to get some for free just by partaking in the vote every day. Don't wait to make your voice heard in Marvel Strike Force. Cast your vote today. Perhaps some of us recall there was a vote in the past. We were voting for individuals for the Hellfire Club, and Sauron was one of those members, right? Azazel won the vote. Celine, she did not win. Sauron also did not win. So I'm making an assumption here. This is a thumbnail from Mobile Gamer. This is one of Mobile Gamer's old thumbnails announcing that Hellfire Club team. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Sauron is going to be brought back and be part of this team. So I'm assuming Sauron would be one of the new characters. Again, it makes a lot of sense. He is an X-Men villain. They've opposed him many times in the Savage Land. So again, here is just a comic book cover of the X-Men fighting against Sauron in the Savage Land. There was a very interesting run here by Chris Claremont. So Extreme X-Men in the Savage Land. It's limited edition. I think there were 4 issues. We got Rogue here. We got Bishop. And then we have some of the Savage Land mutates. Really interesting. So once again, here's Bishop. Can't remember our guy's name right here. Gaza. I think I got Gaza. I think that's who this is. That's his name. One of the Savage Land mutates. I'm guessing on that. Another individual who could be involved in his team. It might not be an all mutant team. They could bring Khazar. They could bring Khazar into the team. So we got Khazar and Zabu there. So Khazar is guardian of the Savage Land, and he has a pet saber-tooth tiger named Zabu. And again, the X-Men have interacted with him before. One of the other villains of the Savage Land is Zaladane. So Zaladane is allegedly the sister of Lorna Dane, who we know as Polaris. And in this issue, she stole Polaris's powers. One more comic book cover. It's just, again, an illustration of, so we got Sauron here, Khazar, Storm, Angel, right? And them and some of the other X-Men are here in the Savage Land, and they're fighting against some of these Savage Land mutates. So they are mutated mutants, right? Artificial mutants in some way that are there. So there's Zaladane. She has a different outfit on here. Once again, this is Vertigo. She's a strong character. I'm trying to remember if Vertigo actually became part of the Morlocks. I don't remember. And again, just some other individuals. We see this here guy here, 4 arms, right? So there was a lot going on. There's a lot of different directions that Marvel Strike Force could go. Do you think it'll be an all mutant team, or do you think it will be some type of a mix? Of the list of characters they had selected, I think that Rogue would be the most impactful. She's a legendary character. Horseman, so she's easy to acquire. It's easy to get her shards, so to speak, even maybe for some of the newer players. We might want to see a little bit more streamlined edition of that. But she was strong, right? She was a strong character, and I don't have her at, interestingly enough, I don't have her at 7 red stars. We got some diamonds on her. She'd be great. She was a strong character. People still use her right now. She can take a punch still to this day. So if she was reworked on a new team, she would be outstanding. Impact-wise, I think the next character would be X-23. She was really strong. She was really strong as well. She's one of those characters that, especially if you got down into a one-on-one, kind of like with Nightcrawler or Ghost, you're going to lose. She has evasions. Her damage would be increased to these new tier 3 stats. And yeah, man, I think that she would be an awesome character to get an upgrade as well. Bishop would be one of my personal favorite characters. I would like him just for personal reasons. He's a cool character. They could, right? He has a lot of integration right now with Jubilee. So I think they would need to adjust the kit and have him have some more integration with some other characters, which might be cool to see how that happens, right? They would adjust how they would have to adjust him. So it'd be interesting to see how that would happen, what a rework of Bishop would look like. If you could change the character, how would you do it? Iceman has the least investment for me. He would be an interesting character to rework. I haven't dealt with him in quite some time, right? He's sitting here at level 90, gear tier 15. So he would be older. He'd be an older character to get reworked. He is a fan favorite character. Bobby Drake is a beloved character. So I'd be happy with an X-Men rework, right? They put him on the team. I think that would be interesting. Although it would be cool, I think the least impactful character would be Emma Frost. X-Men, she's still relatively new, right? She's still relatively new. Many of us have investment in her. She's on the Astral team, and we're not really using Astral anymore. I mean, they're a defensive team. We can use them in Battle World, but she is the newest of those characters. So we rework to her. It would be interesting, right? Bring her up to those tier 3 stats. But to me, I think that she would be left. I would leave her off the list, right? If I had to choose, I wouldn't vote for her, but that's just me. Those are my reasons. So of those characters, which do you think would be the most impactful? Which reworks do you think would add the most to the game? Obviously, we don't know what the team looks like, but which of those reworks are in your favor, and who would you like to see on that team? Strike Pass Season 14 Riot. The Hive Mind demands more power. Amplify your roster with the upcoming Strike Pass season, arriving soon and centered entirely on Riot. Over the next 14 days, progress through tiers and secure significant rewards and resources to enhance Riot by finishing your daily objectives. Be sure to visit the web store to take advantage of exclusive web bonuses featuring even greater value this season with items like additional Riot shards and Gear Tier 21 bio pieces. So again, we have our free to play input maybe for Riot, where we're getting more shards on him, and those bio pieces. Gear Tier 21s are great. If they give us some Gear Tier 20s just in a normal pass, we'll take it. We need it. We need bio pieces once again for a great many characters that are coming into the game. Celestial Transducer bug resolved. Our team recently addressed a Celestial Transducer bug where it was erroneously displaying the level for purchase. The transducer now correctly displays the level you're at. Your level progress was not lost. Did not notice that, but hey, we got it fixed. Friday free claim. Head to the web to claim a special limited time 4th of July player frame and Friday's free claim. So there's going to be some campaign energy and 5 more morph shards. As always, information in the blog is subject to change. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? I think the power cores being made available for individuals to use, it is a nice touch, but be careful. It is not as free to play friendly as it once was. Okay. It was designed in the past to be part of our unlock strategy. Now, I don't know if that's the case. So we're glad it's there, but just make sure to be cautious. Second, keep talking. Prepare for that Mighty Blade unlock. We're going to get to see in short order, right? Coming up tomorrow. We're going to get to see what the floors actually feel, right? We see what they look like, how they feel. We'll be getting some strategies and seeing how we can get that team going forward. So we have Rachel Cole Alves and Blade Mighty coming out at about the same time. We could unlock them both on the same day. So just be mindful of your resources. Just be mindful of your resources. Just because we can doesn't mean that we should, right? Just because it happens doesn't mean that we're going to be able to afford it. So make sure we're taking a look at our resources so we don't give ourselves any unnecessary frustration. And then what about that Savage Land team? That's really exciting, man. That's really exciting. We have some mutant characters that we get to choose. Who are you going to vote for? I'm thinking Rogue as one of my picks. We'll see what the community overall votes for. What do you think would be the 2 most impactful characters to be on that team? There's a lot going on Marvel Strike Force. Age of Fear has been legit. I think it has been. I think it's been really good. We have this video here talking about the in-game economy. If you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, please do. I think it's very eye-opening and telling about what we're able to do in this game.